What were you saying?
Yeah, I'm just pretty much saying that.
Is the door open? Is our room door open? Oh, okay.
So. Sorry, the dog's just so bad.
We're gonna have to edit this part.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. Hey YouTube family, what's up?
Hey guys,
What's going on?
welcome back to Growing with the Bells. I'm Corey,
My name is Marjay.
and we're here for another video.
It's been a little minute.
It has. We gotta get off to a slow start. It's just been a lot of stuff going on, but we have a lot of content planned. We just want to throw that out there.
Yes.
We do have a lot of videos coming up, so just make sure before you finish this video that you subscribe, that you like it, that you share it.
Yep. And comment.
Comment, and don't forget to hit that notification bell, because then you get updated on any time we upload a new video.
Yes.
So
Let's hop into it.
let's get started. So today's video is gonna be a little bit different. We have kind of put a lot of pregnancy stuff out there already, like our gender reveal and stuff like that. We're gonna have some other content coming, which we'll talk about at the end of this video, but today's video is still gonna be kind of pregnancy themed, since I will be 32 weeks pregnant on Monday. Oh my gosh, it's flying by.
Yeah.
So today's video is going to be about pregnancy during the pandemic. So pretty much our pregnancy journey so far, but with the pandemic sprinkled in there. So let's kind of get started from the beginning.
So we've been together for about 16 years.
Just about, yes.
Yeah, we met in high school.
High school sweethearts.
And we've been married. This November will be 9 years.
9 years. So our anniversary is coming up in a couple of weeks, I guess. Yeah, because it's almost October. So yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah.
When we first met, we just kind of wanted to take our time with things, because we got married very young. Again, we'll have a whole nother video about that situation, but we got married very young, so we weren't really in a rush. There was no reason to rush to try to have kids. We were still in college.
Yep.
We had a lot of stuff that we wanted to do, travel, and kind of just have fun and enjoy each other. And so we were like, we can kind of hold off. We already got married before anybody we knew anyway, so we don't need to be the first people to have kids either. So there was no rush with that. So we did decide that we were ready to kind of like start a family. We kind of had we were more established at this point. When was that?
I would say probably we can start with 2017. Yeah. So in 2018 we started planning out, that we wanted a bigger family, so we started paying off debt, trying to look for a bigger home.
We were trying to be responsible, you guys. We were like, we're gonna be responsible. We're gonna do everything the right way.
Right.
Everything does not go as planned.
No.
But we had this idea in our mind, like, oh my gosh, we have an opportunity to like plan this out. So let's try it. But again, we'll get into those details later.
We really wanted to talk to you guys about our pregnancy journey during the pandemic. Corey, you want to start off a little bit?
So I guess the first thing that kind of happened, so we finished kind of the prepping stage. Like you said, we got the car and the house, all that stuff kind of lined up. And then during that process, that was like mid 2019. So then pandemic, not really pandemic, but coronavirus started like being talked about more toward like the end of 2019. So like America was just like, oh, okay, there's something happening over there. Everyone was kind of saying, oh, it's not going to affect us or whatever like that. Some people were like, okay, you need to look out for this, but there weren't any cases in the U.S. So we were still like full-fledged, full steam ahead with our plan. Like, okay, we're going to do this or whatever. So that's kind of just to give you some perspective. So during that process, we kind of ran into some bumps in the road, I guess. We found out that we were having like a fertility issue, which again there's gonna be like a whole little segment about that, because I think that is like another topic that a lot of people deal with that issue. So we'll have a whole another video about that, because again, we can talk about that for
hours.
But found out we were pregnant like beginning of 2020. February. Yeah, like the end of February, beginning of March, something like that.
Yeah.
Is when we found out. And so at that point, it was like things were ramping up in the US. Like people were starting to like shut down things, and like our doctor's office, like 1 week I went to the doctor's office, everything was like okay. The next week I literally had an appointment, and it was like, before you can come in, you need to wash your hands, make sure you use this hand sanitizer. They just took like half the seats out the lobby. They're gonna, ask you all these questions, take your temperature.
It was getting pretty serious.
Yeah, it was like really. I remember even like in that appointment, the appointment we went to where we found out we were pregnant, the doctor was about to go off on somebody. He was like,
"Oh yeah,
don't let them in there if they have a cough or fever," because apparently somebody came in there that was like coughing or something, and she was like, "No, I don't have coronavirus," and stuff like that. She was like, "No, she needs to go." So he was not playing those games at all.
Funny, that's actually our only appointment that we were allowed to be together.
Yes, and then like pretty much after that, my first appointment with my primary OB was about maybe 4 weeks later, because even that process was like a lot different, because normally they get you in a little bit earlier, but because of the pandemic, I don't think I had my first OB appointment till I was like 9 weeks pregnant. Yeah, they normally get you in early. Like normally I think you usually see the doctor when you're at least 6 weeks, your primary, but because of the pandemic, they weren't seeing anybody. They weren't taking any new OB patients, they call it, until you were 9 weeks. So that was also different. So by that time, they had already decided like, okay, you can't bring any visitors with you. You have to wear a mask when you come in. Stay in your car before your car is your waiting area. You're not gonna be waiting in the lobby. None of that. So yeah, they came up with, like, a lot of these places came up with like a plan like pretty quickly once things started to get a lot more serious.
And even though I couldn't join her in those doctor visits, I drove her there and sat and waited in the car. That felt good, but it wasn't good enough. But at least I was able to go for support.
Right. Yeah, it would have been nice for Margie to actually come in, but
I know, baby.
You have to do what you have to do.
Yeah.
But how do we tell people?
Wow, so we've had to come up with something interesting. Well, a lot of people at the time were doing it, but we decided to do a Zoom meeting with just a close-knit friends and family. And we actually have we didn't record it.
We were supposed to record it. Somebody who was supposed to be in charge of the technology.
I thought I did it.
They were like, yeah, I'm gonna use my Zoom account. I got Zoom set up, all this stuff. I'm like, did you press record on the Zoom meeting? Yes.
Okay, Corey, don't go in on me now. Come on now.
I asked you like 1,000 times, did you press record? Because I wanted this to be recorded.
Okay.
After the thing is over.
I had a lot on my mind.
After the thing is over, he was like, oh, They didn't record the meeting. I was like, okay. So we do have like some footage.
I kind of recorded us doing the Zoom meeting.
Yeah, we did it the day actually before Easter. So it was pretty much like an Easter egg hunt. Mm-hmm. We both had like our shirts on. I think mine said like Mama Bunny, and it has the little bunny on the stomach, and it said Baby Bunny. It was so cute. And then Marjay's shirt said Some Bunnies Keeping a Secret. So we did like
they could not even figure it out.
We did like it was like a virtual Easter. I don't even know how we came up with this. It was like a virtual Easter egg hunt. So we had the camera set up. Mm-hmm. We had our table. We were like in our dining room. We had a table with like cards, and we told everybody to like what do you tell them? Oh, who's gonna find the golden egg? So it was like cards set up with numbers and then one of them had the golden egg behind it.
After we like raffled their name out of there, that person would have chose a number. And to our surprise, it took them a long time to
We only had like
find
10
the golden
eggs.
egg.
We only had 10 eggs of it.
Yeah.
So it was funny though, because everyone was like, okay. I think people were thinking like, okay, this is like, what are we doing? I don't know. But people were getting excited because I was like, we got a good prize. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You want this prize. So people were getting excited about it. But then someone finally got it. And then when that happened, we brought out a bag. Like, okay, this is the prize. We had like we came up with like a little riddle thing and everything. It was like so cute. We came up with a riddle, and then when they couldn't guess what the riddle was, we just told it
was like 1 bunny, 2 bunny, 3 bunny, 4 bunny,
something like that. It was like a little rhyme we came up with. And so then we turned around. We took off we had jackets on over our shirts. Mm-hmm. We took off our jackets, and then we like revealed what the shirt said, and it was like, what? I don't get it.
They couldn't.
So then we took out the prize, like what was supposed to be the prize, and it was like a little gift bag, and we took out the little onesie. We have the onesies in the room.
Yeah.
In the nursery, we'll put like a little picture, like a link of what the onesie looks like. But it says like, for this child we have prayed. I think it's like Samuel. It's a verse from Samuel. It was so adorable, and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh!" They were like crying and stuff. It was like, "Oh my gosh!" Yeah, it was fun and hilarious at the same time. So that's how we told people. But again, it was fun because we got to tell a lot of people at the same time. You know, we probably, if the pandemic wasn't going on, we probably would have had like some type of gathering or something, probably at our house or something, to tell everybody. But it was still fun to do it. So you can come up with something different. It forces to kind of like be creative and like think outside the box. So and then at that point too, it was kind of fun to do something because everything was shut down. Literally, you really had nothing to do. So it was like it was kind of fun to kind of do something. Anything at that point.
So Corey, just ask your question. So what do you think is that we've gone through is different than what someone would have usually gone through without the pandemic?
Well, definitely the doctor's appointments. I think that's one of the kind of the biggest things. Mm-hmm. And I understand that like some people, sometimes you don't have anybody to go with you, to the doctors. You could be doing this on your own, or, maybe your significant other is just like not around. It could be job thing or something like that's going on. But it's still kind of nice to have somebody to go with you, because even if you're doing it on your own, maybe you have a parent or a friend who would go with you, to those appointments, because it's just nice to share the experience with somebody, and maybe you might have something else that's going on. It's nice to have somebody there for support with you too, especially with this being our first child. It's exciting and scary, and it's like so many different emotions, so it's just kind of nice to have somebody with you. So I think that was one of the biggest things, especially like the ultrasounds and hearing the heartbeat for the first time. I really wanted RJ to be there to like experience that, so we have that experience together, like something that we shared together. But I was able to record one of them, like the first heartbeat. I was able to record that session. They let me do that. we'll probably plan, like a 3D ultrasound. I really want to kind of do that this week, probably. Okay. So we'll probably do that this week to get a 3D ultrasound done, so that we can go together, and then we kind of still get to do something, together. The other thing I would say is like just like the different events, kind of like what we were talking about. Like, and some of the stuff is probably like unnecessary. Some people don't even do any of all of the different, like, not necessarily traditional, because a lot of stuff is kind of newer than what people were doing like in the past. But like, gender reveals and your announcement and your baby shower and stuff like that.
I would say like just like communicating with people about it. At this point, everyone has left my job. I'm very close to my siblings, and my brother who works in the emergency room. A lot of people I would have liked to talk to a little bit more about it, face to face, not over the phone. Just that personal thing. I think other people who weren't in the pandemic, while pregnant, they probably had a little bit more opportunity to speak to mom and dad a little bit more closely. That's kind of stuff I would have liked to have done. Yeah.
It's really, normally it's like something you usually try to tell people face to face, like people you're close with, if you can. But a lot of stuff ends up being like over the phone, and like you can do video chat or something like that. But
you make the best of it.
You make the best of it.
Yeah, we had fun, so.
Yes, it still was fun. Birthing classes. That's the other thing we wanted to do.
You did mention that.
Yeah, I really wanted us to do birthing classes, because again, like, it's like what you see, like, go to the birthing class, you get to learn things, you get to meet people, other people who are pregnant. You get to do like run through like the different exercises.
Wait a minute, I really wanted to see Corey on that exercise ball bent over. I was waiting for that. That was my extent.
What?
I couldn't wait to go to the birthing classes to see that. It would have been fun. I liked it.
Okay. Anyway,
she's a very cute pregnant woman.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's reel it back in. But anyway, we wanted to do the birthing classes. But all of those, of course, are like canceled. A lot of them do have like virtual courses and stuff that you can take. Oh yeah. But it's still not the same as being in person. No. Like I know our hospital, they finally put up some virtual, like what do you call it, Google Meetups.
They were so late on it.
They were so late. It was like other hospitals. I was like, dog, like it's been months. Like pretty much like as soon as like the pandemic started, other hospitals had their virtual tours.
They pretty much already had that stuff anyways.
Like yeah. And ours were like, I'm like, they just pretty much kind of started the virtual classes like last month.
Well, maybe because our facility is kind of new. It's a new building, but it's not that new.
I guess. Yeah. I don't know. It's
no excuse. They should have had it.
Maybe they don't have like tech people or something. I don't know. I don't know. But I feel like they was a little bit late to the game. We could have already had this together. Throw a camera up and do what you normally do in front of the camera. I don't know. But anyway, but ours were kind of more like a PowerPoint presentation. Like you were there, like it was live, and they were like talking to you, so you could ask questions and stuff. But they just kind of had a condensed version, which is what they told us. It is kind of condensed. They didn't go through everything that they normally go through in the class, but they kind of hit like the main points, and you could just ask questions during the presentation or whatever. But I did find a couple good actually resources on YouTube.
Yeah.
So you probably want to check that out. Search for like labor and delivery classes.
And we had even fun doing those together.
Yeah, because some of the ones on YouTube were like more interactive. Like you actually got to see them, like the other people like demonstrate like the different exercises and techniques and stuff like that. So like if you have the time, you can like go through it so you kind of know some skills and stuff like that.
And even if your hospital facility or your area is having birthing classes, that we still recommend, because you might pick up new information off of these, tutorials and videos and classes. Yeah. So let's talk about a few of our takeaways, Corey.
Yes. Yeah. So pretty much like, what have we learned through this process? I think we kind of learned a lot, and we've learned a lot. Yeah. I think there's some stuff that you probably should know, like, what are the main things we learned, like, during the process and after the fact, I guess, that we think we should have done or something.
Yeah.
So I guess the first one was like kind of like staying safe is like the main thing. You want to stay safe, right, during this. You want to protect yourself. You want to protect baby. So pretty much just make sure like you're wearing your mask at all times. You are limiting your contact with people. Not doing anything unnecessary. Like, if you don't have to go out places, don't do that.
Yeah.
You don't have to like go out to eat places every day or whatever like that, or just try not to avoid like unnecessary contact with people.
Yeah.
Especially people that you haven't been around a lot. Like, if it's somebody, and I can't even say that sometimes, but I feel a little bit more trusting myself. Like, people who I've been around like the entire pandemic, like I see them on a regular basis. I don't mind being around those people, but if I haven't seen you during this whole pandemic, I'm not about to see you until this is over, pretty much. So just keeping that in mind. And the other thing is like shopping and stuff like that. So pretty much for that, I try not to go out shopping that much. I do tend to forget like grocery items when we go out grocery shopping. So before I was pregnant, I would just run out to the store and like, okay, I'm gonna stop by Walmart or I'm gonna stop by Target and pick this up. But for that type of stuff, I try to make sure that I just ask my husband to go get it for me.
That leads right into our next topic about support systems. Husbands, boyfriends, or even single mothers, try to find someone that can support you, go shopping for you. And gentlemen, please try to keep mother safe and the baby safe, and try to go shopping, find some different avenues of ways that she can get the things that she needs.
Not just for that too, just for other different general support in general. Even before the pandemic, you would want to establish kind of like a support system. So you're still going to need that. But definitely now I think it's probably pretty important. Especially with a lot of people, working from home and stuff, you can get kind of like, oh my gosh, I'm at home all day and then I can't go out anywhere pretty much. So you can have that kind of support system to kind of help you get some type of normalcy. I think that would be great, kind of just for your own well-being also. The other thing I didn't mention also is about staying safe. Just remember, we kind of talked about this before, but your baby shower and your like baby showers and gender reveals and all those little fun events that you normally do, if you feel comfortable having that, you got to go off of your comfort level. If you feel comfortable having some sort of gathering, by all means, do what you want to do. But I personally, again, like I said, I'm not trying to be around a lot of different people, especially the closer you get to the end of your pregnancy. So I would suggest, if you're going to have a baby shower with a larger group, I would suggest doing it earlier in your pregnancy and not toward the end, closer to your due date. That's what would be my suggestion, because of the fact that if you do end up contracting something, your hospital more than likely is going to treat you a little bit differently, a lot differently than they normally would. They're already going to be kind of more precautious because of the circumstances. But if you do come in, because I know most hospitals, when you, at least our hospital is, I'm pretty sure this is probably standard procedure, but I know at our hospital, you're going to have to take a test for COVID when you come in for labor and delivery. Mm-hmm. And if you do test positive, they have a whole completely different procedure of how your experience is going to be. So
a whole different wing of the hospital.
Yeah, you're pretty much going to be with COVID patients.
Yeah.
And I don't want
the nurse that deals with other COVID patients is going to be with you. And
yeah.
I mean, if your husband or boyfriend don't have COVID, they're going to be at risk of getting it. So
I don't think actually if you test positive, I don't think you even get a support person. I think the nurse is your support person.
Yes. Stay safe, guys.
Yeah. So again, like I said, if you do want to do that, I would suggest definitely doing it early, not closer to the end of your pregnancy, so that way you're out of the way. If you do end up catching something, unfortunately, then you kind of have a little bit longer time to kind of get it all cleared up or whatever. That would be my suggestion. Otherwise, I would definitely suggest still just play it safe. Do like a drive-by baby shower, keep it small, to people that you're really close with. If you do want to kind of have some people over, you can still have fun. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. People, I'm sure, would be more than happy to send you something. If you tell them, the same people who would come to your shower in the beginning, I'm pretty sure they'd be more than happy to just mail you your gift, and then you can open it and record something and send it to people. You know what I mean? So that they can kind of share the experience with you. That's just my suggestion.
Yeah. So third, you got to get in contact with your hospital.
Yes.
Our facility, they're not doing any they're not doing any tours. So we had to call up there, ask many questions. What we need to bring for when it's time to deliver. Because some hospitals offer different things, and you want to make sure that you carry the right stuff with you. Yeah. Any comment on that, Corey?
Yeah, and also, you want to ask those questions early, like you said, so you know what to bring.
Yeah.
And because I know, at our hospital, you're not going to be able to go back and forth. I heard somebody was saying, oh yeah, if I forget something, then I'll just have so-and-so run out and get it for me. I know at our hospital, that's not going to be the case. Yeah. Once you're in, you're not leaving until you discharge. So if you leave, you're not coming back inside pretty much, because they don't know where you went. So you need to bring all your snacks, everything you need.
If you got to bring a suitcase full of stuff, do so. I know me, myself, I tend to eat a lot.
Oh my gosh.
Bring a couple extra underwear,
You're gonna bring
t-shirt.
Wait, you're gonna bring that stuff anyway, but any sort of thing you think. You don't want to forget anything.
Yeah, because like you just said, you can't go in and out the hospital, so
either bring lots of snacks and probably lots of quarters, so you can use a vending machine to get something. But yeah, you just want to make sure you're comfortable. I wouldn't suggest overpacking, but just bring as much stuff that you think you're going to need to be comfortable doing your visit. I know some places are trying to discharge you a lot sooner, so if you're good to go, they're probably going to discharge you early. But you never know. You just kind of want to bring what you think you need to be comfortable, whether it's a lot or a little. Because I know even with us, you're gonna have to bring the car seat in when you get admitted. So you need to bring your car seat, you need to bring your bags, all of that, all at once, because you're not leaving again.
Right. Yeah. And find out if you can take people with you or not. Because sometimes they were saying that the spouse could not come. The spouse could come during the delivery, so confirm that with your hospital.
Yeah, it's different between hospitals and between states also. So yeah, you just want to ask that question early and just call them. Ask. You don't want to wait till the last minute to find that information out.
So, guys, we're gonna wrap this up, but we want to let you guys know this is, even though the pandemic is going on, be creative, have fun. Enjoy, make the best of it. So, don't be down. If you just found out you're pregnant, this was actually fun. I mean, you know, we got to spend a little more time at home together.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be great.
Yeah, you know, just like you said, just have fun. Try to make the best out of the experience. When they give you lemons, make lemonade. That's all I really got to say about that. In the comment section, and let us know what you think about this video, what other ideas you may be thinking about. Maybe we can help you plan a little event or something, you know.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah.
But again, like you said, make sure you like this video, comment, share, subscribe. Most importantly, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. So until next time.
We'll catch you guys later.
Wow.
Peace.